Alright guys, I have a new project to show everybody. This is a 1968 Chevy C-10. I actually traded the 86 Bronco 2 that some of you guys saw in previous videos for this truck. The body is in really nice shape. Of course, it's loaded down with a bunch of damn scrap tires. Half of them were in there when I got it. But it really has almost no rust. You know, it's kind of beat up here and there, but it's in really good solid shape. Still has 6-lug wheels, drum brakes all the way around, whatnot. No carpet. It's got a set of bucket seats out of a Blazer. The truck was originally a 3-speed on the column. Of course, the clutch pedal is gone now. And at some point, they'd had a floor shifter in it, but it has a 350 turbo in it now, and somebody has put a steering column out of, looks like probably about a 70 or 71 model truck, with the automatic shifter and indicator to go along with the 350 turbo. Like I said, the truck's in pretty good shape. The only stipulation is, bam, no motor. But it's got a new aluminum radiator, still has hoses. It's got power brakes and power steering. The heat works. It's got a Holley electric fuel pump and regulator on it right here that I am going to use, at least for now. And of course, as far as putting a motor in it, the biggest part that I was waiting on until I got it the other day was a torque converter for the transmission, but my buddy had one he gave me. And as much as I hate to say it, because I know you guys have seen it, if you keep up with my videos anyway, and other videos of us off-roading and stuff, but the place where I'm getting a motor is out of Franken truck. I know that's a sad day. It's a sad day for me too, but the body is literally about to slide off the frame of this truck. The cab and front end and stuff is so rusty and in such bad shape, it is literally falling apart. And the bed's getting pretty rotted too. The thing still has great axles, got a 14 bolt in the back with disc brakes that I converted to disc brakes myself. It's got a Dana 44 in the front with fairly new front end parts and stuff. It's got a really healthy set of mudders on it, which, by the way, if anybody's interested in buying these, I've got 2 Q78s, and they are like brand new. Like, you can see how deep that tread still is. And I've also got, of course, they're not on the truck at the moment because I've been kind of moving stuff around. They need to be cleaned up. But I've also got these 35 1050 boggers that have been cut. I bought them off my guy that cut them for the mud bog, and I've just used them for regular off-roading, and they have done really well. Too bad the rest of the truck is falling apart around them, but that's okay. I'll eventually get around to doing a fun little project with this truck. I just don't have the time for it right now, and I don't want the motor to sit here and seize up, so I'm going to pull it out and put it in my new C-10 project. I've got a lot of stuff done on this as far as getting it ready to pull out. I've unhooked the radiator hoses, the heater hoses, power steering lines. I took the alternator off mostly just to get it out of the way so I could degrease the motor behind it. I soaked this thing with like an entire can of degreaser and hosed it down. I got the distributor unhooked back there. I still need to unhook the oil pressure line back there. But other than that, other than unhooking that oil pressure line and pretty much taking the bolts out of the motor mounts themselves, this motor is getting there anyway. The 2 biggest things I got to do as it is right now is unhook that oil pressure line and then actually take the bolts out to separate the motor from the transmission, and it'll be ready to pull out. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's coming right along, especially considering I don't have a garage. If I had a garage to work on this in, where it wouldn't matter if it was dark or raining or whatever, I could get this done in like a day. But I just don't have that sort of equipment. So, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that know just how I feel. But yeah, so fun little project. Like I said, you guys have not seen the last of Franken truck. Don't you worry about that. It'll be back. It'll be back. But for now, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, tell your friends about it, and keep up with this because this is going to be a cool little project over the next few weeks. But thanks for watching, and I'll have a new video up in just a couple of days.